Hey guys, it is NCS Fan 001 here for another one of those weekly trophy list updates. Today's date is Monday, July the 8th of 2024. So this will have covered the week of July the 1st through the 7th of 2024. So, this video, I will just say, if this one goes up kind of late, I do apologize for that because I did a first take of the video on Sunday night like I normally do. I didn't really like the way it came out, so decided to remake it after watching it in editing, so that's why it's being refilmed and why it might be up just a little bit late. So, in terms of trophy progress, this was an overall fairly successful week. As you can see here, made progress on a total of 5 different games, which is pretty solid. Of course, the Fallout 76 guide is up, and the Fallout 4 trophy guide that me and a few other people did for the PS5 version should be going up very soon. Also, apparently Minecraft on PS4, just Minecraft in general, is going to be getting a PS5 version at some point this year. I think it's officially finally confirmed, so we'll have to see if that ends up being true or not. I don't know yet if it's something that I'm going to play, unless it's like an auto-pop type of platinum, but I kind of doubt that it will be because I don't think that... Well, I think that maybe some of the PS4 stuff might have auto-popped if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong on that. I think that maybe like the 30-hour trophy or 100-day trophy, whatever it was called, did auto-pop. I can't really remember what else did, though. But, I mean, there will probably be trophy worlds and stuff, so we'll have to see if I decide to go back to that or not, and actually do the PS5 version, because it would presumably continue getting trophies for a very long time. Didn't make any progress in The Walking Dead this week. I actually went home for the 4th of July, so I only really got the chance to stream one time. My family's internet is fine back home for being able to stream, but just wasn't really focused too much on streaming, just trying to relax a little bit at home. It was also my younger dog's 5th birthday, so celebrated with him on Wednesday. That's always fun. But in terms of the games that I made progress in, there were 5 total. So the first one was the Platinum Trophy in both the PS4 and PS5 versions of Daxter. So this is a Jak and Daxter game that exclusively has you play as Daxter, and it's pretty fun. It was a PSP title that came over to the PS4 and PS5 through streaming, or through PS Plus, or whatever the catalog is called nowadays. I feel like they change the name so often I can't really remember it anymore. But the Platinum Trophy is pretty quick and easy, as with many of these other PSP games. You're going to get a ton of trophies, pretty much all of these bronze trophies all the way through... where is it? All the way through here. So all of these trophies so far are going to be unmissable and story-related, which is pretty awesome. Tons and tons of story-related trophies. As is the first Precursor Orb. You're going to get this one guaranteed during like the very first sort of story mission of the game when you're first exploring the world. But you do have to find a grand total of 500 of them. Now, that's not that big a deal because there are 1,000 total in the game, and you only have to find half of them. So really, if you just grab all the ones that are pretty much directly in your path, you will have no problem getting this trophy. You can easily get a good 700 of them without even going out of your way really at all, so 500 is nothing much to worry about. Then we have a few kill-based trophies using our 3 different weapons. The Poison Spray is the first weapon you get when you like go into the bar type of building, and the Poison Spray basically just stuns the enemies for a short time, and you just have to stun a single enemy to get this trophy. Then for the Flamethrower, you can either do this one once you get the Flamethrower upgrade midway through the game, or you can light the Poison Spray on fire by spraying it on like a torch, or not really a torch, it's more of a lantern really, and then burning an enemy with it, so you can do it that way, but either way will unlock you the trophy. And then finally you have to kill 3 bugs at once with a bomb. There are a few different places where you can do this, and it might come naturally just by playing through the game. Just note that the bomb upgrade is pretty much the last thing you're going to get in the game. And also, by the way, none of the trophies in this game are missable because, like I said, most of them are story-related, and the rest of them are pretty much collectible or kill-related or a few other things. But even once you finish the main story, you can still free roam and go back and do anything you want to, go clean up anything you want to, so none of the trophies are missable. Then you have to play all of the Dream minigames. There are 6 total. You'll unlock all of them by collecting 500 Precursor Orbs. You simply have to play each one of them. You don't actually have to beat 5 of them. You only have to beat 1 of them, pretty much. And with all of them, if you do beat the initial version of it, where you're just trying to reach a certain score just to finish, if you do that, you'll get some kind of extra ability, either another move or a health upgrade, so it is worthwhile to go ahead and finish all 6 of them. But then you have to obtain a gold rating in any minigame. I did this on the second minigame, the one that's like the medieval setting where you throw rocks or something at the enemies. Basically, every minigame plays almost the same. You just have to hit the face button, so the triangle, square, circle, X, whenever an enemy steps onto that button in whatever setting you're in. Some of these minigames are easier than others. Like I said, I did it on that second minigame. There might be other ones that are a little bit easier though. But just keep in mind that you will need to get the gold rating on at least one of the minigames. All the rest of them, you can just beat them or even just play them and you'll be good to go. You have to discover a hidden mask. Now, this is a rare collectible. There's only 5 or 6 of them in the game, and apparently these are pretty out of the way. But there's a really easy one you can get during the prison level, which is the final level of the game before the final battle. And when you get to, I believe it's cell block 3, and you pick up the key there, in one of those cells you can find a mask. It's going to be on like a painting or something. Just hit it, and you'll be able to unlock this trophy by collecting it. Then you have to collect a few other items, the cage, token, and vial. These items are they're not particularly hard to find. You should easily come across at least one of each of them just by playing through the game, as several of them are just pretty much right out in the open and easy to find. As you can see, I got all of these within like a 15-minute period of each other, so they weren't particularly hard to find. And then finally, you have to play a single round of single-player bug combat. I think this is supposed to be some kind of Pokemon clone, but I don't understand how it works, and I'm not sure anyone actually does. But you just simply have to complete it. You don't even have to win, just complete it. You'll get this last trophy. The PS5 version, exactly the same trophy list, so I did most of it all in like one day and then finished off the rest of it another couple of days later. But like I said, it's a quick, easy platinum trophy. You can finish it in about 5 hours per version. You can probably do it even a little bit faster if you really know how to play it and speedrun it and use like old glitches and stuff. And as with other PSP titles, you can actually use the rewind feature if you ever get into a jam, so that makes it even easier. Next up, we have Power Wash Simulator, PS4 and PS5. So for those who don't know, Power Wash Simulator got its 4th DLC pack with trophies, the Alice's Adventures Special Pack. So with this pack, it's fairly similar to the other ones, though its miscellaneous trophies are a little bit different. You're going to get 5 trophies simply for completing the 5 new jobs in this. Now, I will say that compared to some of the previous DLCs, pretty much all the jobs in this DLC are a little bit longer. So a lot of them are like $250 to $350 jobs, or maybe even a little bit more than that, whereas in some of the other DLCs, there was usually at least going to be 1 job or maybe 2 that were fairly short. Things like the Paddy Wagon and the DeLorean, stuff like that in some of the previous DLCs. All the ones in this one are a little bit longer, so just keep that in mind, but none of them are, anything particularly difficult. So complete all 5 and you will get all of the first 5 trophies, including all 3 of the silver trophies. And then we have 1 miscellaneous trophy for each of the 5 jobs. So Wonderland Entrance Hall, just pick up the ladder, put it up against the wall where you enter at, and just try to climb up it and try to get out, and you will get this trophy. Then we have a typical clean something first type of trophy. This is pretty typical. The clocks, there's about 24 of them on the wall, pretty much right when you enter, or to the left when you enter the house. So just keep that in mind. Just mark them from the pause menu and clean them first. This one, just make sure that you clean the cocoon last. It's pretty big. It's pretty easy to see, and you can always just mark it so you know what not to go for. Then in the Mad Tea Party, on this one is actually very easy. All you have to do is stand on top of the strawberry on the very top cake for 10 seconds. Just stand there. You don't have to do anything else difficult with it. And then finally, on this last job, you have to pick up the croquet ball, the pink croquet ball, and put it onto the finish heart. You're probably not going to be able to do this until you actually clean the area up a little bit and can actually see everything on the ground. This is a very specific place you end up having to put it. But yeah, this DLC is easy as always with Power Wash Simulator. I do love this game. I just kind of wish they would start releasing the DLCs only on the modern consoles and not on the PS4 anymore, because then you wouldn't have to do them twice. But like with the Warhammer one, I think that like 1 or 2 of these jobs were fairly short compared to some of the other ones. Back to the Future, I know you had both the van and the time machine that were both pretty short jobs, but then maybe these others were a little bit larger, more time consuming. SpongeBob DLC, you had the bus stop was pretty easy, and the paddy wagon was pretty easy, and so was the invisible boatmobile. So you do have a few sort of slightly longer ones this time around, but it's no real big deal. And of course, I think I mentioned this previously, but the Platinum Trophy and the Gold Trophy that was blocking it for some people, where is that at? Right here, as it was foretold, this is supposedly fixed now and has been fixed for a long time. So whenever you're ready to go for this Platinum, you should now be able to. As for the PS5 version, I'm almost done. I didn't quite manage to complete the entire thing yesterday or over the past week. All I have left is just finishing the Queen of Hearts court job, which is only going to be like 10% more of it. So pretty close to being done. So I'll definitely have that done within the next day or two, possibly even right after I finish this video. And finally, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 for the PS5, aka the Modern Warfare 3 DLC. I did finish the story. It was not a fun experience. It was mostly just making fun of how... I've used the word stupid so many times while playing through this, but quite honestly, it's the most accurate word for it. It's just a really dumb, stupid storyline that just... You bring back old dead characters, you end the thing on a cliffhanger, certain moments of it are nowhere near as impactful as they were in like the original version of the game. Just some of the writing and some of the ideas for some of the missions are just horrible this time around. It's not a fun time, but thankfully it's not a particularly hard campaign. I didn't make any zombies progress, unfortunately, so not looking forward to continuing to work on that. I mean, the 500 enemies with insured weapons, I'm getting close on. This one I've got like 4 or 5 of the perks stored, so I just need to get a bigger backpack to carry them in with. The level 55 I'll get naturally while going for the 50,000 zombies kills. This one is going to be fairly easy once I actually remember to go ahead and do it at some point. And then this one is easy. I just have to find both the piece of meat and the Hellhound in the same game. Contracts, I'm very close to being done with this one. This one I might need to look more into. This one, I would rather probably just try to go into this trophy right here at the same time. Probably just need to find a boosting group for it, but I need to keep playing the game a little bit more and get some more equipment and stuff and actually be a little bit more well prepared for when we go into the final battle. So now we get to the campaign. So with the open combat missions, I think 4 of them are 100% complete. I think there's just 2 more I have to go back to, High Rise and the helicopter reactor one. There might be one more along with those, but I've made progress on all of that. And then the customizing your loadout, this one seems to be unmissable and store related now. It pops right when you start up the Gora Dam mission, so presumably it's been changed to be an automatic story trophy. The armaments are, of course, the kill streaks. I've used most of them, but I probably missed 1 or 2 in a couple of the earlier missions, you know, when I didn't actually pick up all of the items in them. Same with this, just got to go pick up the remaining items. And same with this one, the plate carrier upgrades, just go back and pick up the other items. And in terms of the trophies I actually earned, I got the spotter scope trophy. This one's very, very easy. Just use the spotter scope to mark enemies 60 times. It's really all you have to do. It's real simple. It's like a Far Cry style trophy. Then, let's see, this is going to be done in the reactor mission. This one I did in the Gora Dam mission. There's quite a few flammable canisters on like the building that you can jump to from the very beginning. You can also do this one on Gora Dam. Did these both pretty much right there together. 150 meters is not that hard. Just jump off the top of the dam and float as far away from it as you can. You'll get this trophy. This one I'm going to have to farm in the open combat missions, but it's not a big deal. Then you have to complete the campaign and complete it on Veteran. So like I've said before, this is a very short Call of Duty campaign. Veteran is not particularly challenging this time around. There's only a handful of slightly trickier spots, mostly due to some of the stupidity and jankiness of the game, that certain areas might be a little bit more difficult, but it's nothing really much to worry about. If you've done like Modern Warfare 2 2022, you're not going to have any problem with this game on Veteran. It's definitely easier. Then let's see, this is Reactor Trophy, Deep Cover Trophy, gonna do both of those on Recruit. Then this one, gotta do it on Recruit now that I actually have the materials I need to be able to do it. This one I tried to do, but apparently my teammates actually did their job for once and actually killed the sniper for me, which was very surprising. This one, Gora Dam, just right at the beginning, drop down on the left side of the dam and wait for the truck to start pulling up. and jump in behind it and defuse the bomb. It doesn't matter if you get detected or not, just as long as you defuse the bomb, you're good to go. And then finally, this is the AC-130 mission. Just use the missile, which is basically the 105mm cannon, to kill a single enemy. So, yeah, I mean, one more stream and we'll be done with the campaign, most likely. But then, of course, there's all the multiplayer zombie stuff. Not multiplayer, but just zombie stuff. Not looking forward to it, but I'll get back to working on that this coming week. So, yeah, it looks like that's all the trophy progress made. So let me go ahead and sync on up. Alright, so with that, level 866, 19%, 28,331 total trophies, 806 platinums, 5,334 golds, 7,582 silvers, 14,609 bronzes. So, plans for the upcoming week. Well, obviously we're going to finish off Power Wash Simulator, only have that one last trophy that's going to take maybe another 10 to 15 minutes. So going to go ahead and knock that out very soon, and then along with that, just continuing to work on Modern Warfare 3. Of course, it's not going to be fun, but one more stream to get through the campaign, and then I'll just be working on the zombie stuff mostly on my own, but I'll probably live stream the final bit of the push to platinum once I get a lot closer to that 50,000 necessary kills, which at least that trophy in particular should auto-pop going onto the PS4 version, or it pops after one kill, so it makes me a little bit more willing to do the PS4 version at some point. And then the Walking Dead Telltale Definitive Series, I definitely want to stream this at least once this week and at least finish half of the final season, which will get us down to only a couple of trophies left for finishing the rest of Season 4, and with it, the Platinum Trophy. So, in terms of schedule for this week, it should be a lot more normal. I don't know exactly which days I'm going to be streaming, though. Probably going to be something like Wednesday, Friday, Saturday this week, or something like that, if I had to guess. And there will definitely be a Walking Dead stream in there. There will definitely be a Modern Warfare 3 stream, and I don't know what the other stream will be. I guess we'll have to figure that out when we get a little bit closer to it. But I do have plenty of other stuff to play at some point. I have all of these various PSP or just PS1, PS2 titles to play. A lot of them are fairly quick and easy platinums, and they're supposed to be pretty fun, so that should be a good time. And then I just have other random games I can put in here for an eventual platinum dumpster dive. Then, along with all of that, I finished the Bugsnax trophy video. It got uploaded on Sunday. Very happy with how that turned out, which means I can now start working on the 701 through 800 Platinum Trophy video. It won't be difficult to put together, but it'll take a little bit of time because it is a pretty long thing that I recorded, and it's going to take a while to export and then a long time to upload, so that's going to be the next focus, along with starting to work on the Dead Rising 2 trophy video, which will be followed by Battlefront, and then Fallout 4, and then Modern Warfare 3. And so those are the main plans when it comes to videos. Now, I will also say that we are coming up on the 14-year anniversary of the YouTube channel. It's actually this week on Sunday, so that is very exciting. I doubt that I'll be doing a live stream on Sunday for it because, gotta get up and go to work on Monday, and Mondays are my busiest day. So we would probably end up celebrating either Saturday night or perhaps the next week. We'll have to see what ends up working out better. But I do want to see what I can do for that, for something special. Maybe do a Q&A type of video, something I haven't done in a long time. So we will have to see about that. I'll figure that out over the course of this week. But yeah, otherwise it'll just be Modern Warfare 3, Power Wash, and Walking Dead, and maybe get started on something else this week. So thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, made it all the way to the end, definitely leave me a like and subscribe. Ring the bell if you haven't done so already. Oh, and one other video, the next Fallout lore video. Didn't really get a chance to work on that this week, but it's already made a lot of progress. It's actually fairly close to being fully written and everything, so it shouldn't be too much longer. So, thank you all for watching. See you back here later this week for more content.